Welcome back to the program. You're still watching Daily Politics on Trust TV. Let's turn our attention now to Katsina, where a fragile peace deal is under strain, where the state government is saying that it is planning to go ahead with the release of some 70 persons in connection with banditry for an agreement that saw the freeing of over 1,000 abducted victims. Supporters call it a confidence-building move, while critics, on the other hand, say it sends the wrong message while attacks and kidnappings continue, especially in all those councils that have already negotiated peace deals with the bandits last year. Let's bring in someone who is all too familiar with this development as we talk about what this means for justice, security and public trust with Katsina Based security analyst, Dr. Bashir Kurfi. Doctor, it's good to see you this evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. Talk to us as someone who is not just familiar with this, but is also invested in Katsina's security as an indigene. What do you make of this move?
I think this move, one will say that is very unfortunate and also very dangerous for even the entire nation. Because where you have a situation where you bring hardened criminals in a court process, being detained on the orders of the court, because in most cases those who are in the custody now of the prisons, they are unbailable offenses, because it's offenses dealing with rape, arson, and murder. So now to say that under any configuration, somebody to come up to say that these people can be freed, I think it's too dangerous. And also I will be surprised for any chief judge who has a career to get involved in this mess. So therefore, this issue of releasing them, because I have seen some of the statement of Katsina state government or the side of their commissioner saying that anywhere in the world where you go into war, you also can have exchange of prisoners. The people abducted were not prisoners. They were not prisoners. They were abducted in their homes. And if the bandits are saying that there was injustice done to them, now the people you have kidnapped, they were not police, they were not government officials, they were not politicians. Quite a number of them were peasants. You have to sell their farms and all this. So how would somebody say exchange of prisoners in the first place? And prisoners, whom were they fighting? They went and got them in their homes and kidnapped them and raped them and took them. Now let me give you an example in my hometown in Kurfi. There was a time when this bandit went to somebody's house, which after when they were released, they were in my house. So they give me full report. And I also go to the bush. I participate in the operation. So nobody can come and tell me story. Now, when they came to this lady's house, her husband was not around, and now they met the lady with her baby, and told her to follow them to the bush. So when she was to go, she told them, I have twins. And one of the bandits took the twin on his shoulder without any clothes, and that baby was two months old. And where was her husband? Her husband was a theater nurse. He was in the hospital to save lives of some other women. So now, when they were going out, her 5-year-old son held her leg. He said he had to follow her. And there were 3 of them. They have been in with those people, they have to pay 5 million naira. So how can that be a war? And that criminal who has done that, with this their peace nonsense, people see him coming into the town and go to the market.
So there is no part of this where you think this is a necessary evil that could bring lasting peace?
No any necessary evil. Even somebody to contemplate that, I think it looks very highly irresponsible. And the dangers which that one will bring. Now, you know, by the time they are in prison, also they will meet some hardened criminals which will also perfect their criminality. And now you release them, then they will go to other neighboring states. And I think Kano will be in big trouble by the time you release these people.
You think this could spill over to Kano? But I mean, we've seen some of the attacks in Shanono, for instance, and other areas in Kano over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
You think situations like this could snowball into more attacks in Kano?
It's not snowballing, it's going there directly. And they steal from Kano and come to our areas and pass with their loot. And then the convention is that these people, there is a peace deal here. So if they didn't steal from your own area and stole from somewhere, they just come to pass. So it's not your business at the community too. Because earlier on, they couldn't go to Kano because we block all the areas where they can come out from the bush. But now, Katsina Based without considering the consequence of that, like in the city of Kano. And the danger we'll face, especially we here in the north. The Boko Haram issue have basically dismantled the northeast market situation where you destroy Maiduguri activity as an international market route. So now, you want to also attack Kano. So by the time you finish with Kano, because already Kano as a commercial center has been affected. Because in those days, on daily basis, we will get over 50 vehicles coming from Sokoto to Kano.
So you don't think this is by chance? You think this is by design?
No, I think it's designed because I can't see how somebody can explain. And when they come and tell us that it's community initiative to do this, I'm the chairman of Katsina State Community Initiative, which we meet with the police in those days during Masari time, so there was synergy. And we were about actually to finish the something until when they come and dismantle all this kind of structures. So the question of even community, how do you talk of them? Who are the communities whom you consulted? Because I believe if you are doing anything, there are people whom you can contact, the community people to sit, and then if you are negotiating with anybody, I will put a negotiation team.
To your understanding, Dr. Kurfi, what is the government's motivation?
I think maybe, I think this thing need to be studied, and I think there is some wider implication which make me confused. When the Minister of Defense, or current Minister of Defense, when he was the Joint Chief of Staff, he said that army that are not, or any security are not part of that negotiation, and they should not accept it. Now, if a Minister of Defense have said that, even when he was inaugurated, so what is the situation that now you have a state government who have no idea what is going on to come and then say they make independent, because when you hear the commissioner saying, well, now the next step is to collect their guns. This issue of negotiation, whatever, is an international convention with serious people which maybe have ideological underpin. But what you are having when you are dealing with the bandit, bandit is somebody who you call an lumpe element, which Kalmas call so dangerous because they have no class identity. They are not farmers, so you cannot mobilize them with fertilizer. They are not workers, so you cannot mobilize them on wages. They are just typical Iska. And also, when people talk about that, they are either so ignorant or deliberate because these people have no center of command. Now, for example, the king band of banditry in Bazari local government is Abdullahi. Abdullahi is not answerable to Muhitingi, who is in Musa. Muhitingi is not answerable to Baru, who is in Kankara local government. And then you are having people coming in and out like Ado Aleru from Yankuzo in Zamfara local government, but more based in Paskari. And you are having Dogo Gidi, who also want to transport to Niger and still come back to Bagega where he's operating.
And do we have an understanding if these deals are being cut with all of these individual bandit leaders, or what is playing out here exactly?
No, you see, I am sure, you see, what happened, which I know, they go and talk to the so-called, some of the bandit leaders. And not even all the bandits are agree, because still, in Katsina they are talking about, even 3 days ago, in my own local government, they went and stole some cows. And 6 days back, they went and stole about 20 cows. So they are still operating. But when they call them, they say, look, you have stolen this. They will say, no, this one are not our boys. So I think what is, and I see it from the perspective, because this, when they say that the community, it's not any community. The government of Katsina State is lying to say it's a community.
And how does the government benefit from this exactly?
I think what I suspect, because with my experience last time when they had this issue of election in Paskari local government, you see, this politician, they are thinking that now if they are having an edge and dealing with these bandits, now when election come, those areas of the bandit, no politician can have access. So what is now, I know they're doing usually, they will get like all the boxes in various local government, which is not possible for people to enter. They will give the bandit leaders, and they will go and fill it, some print it, and bring it. And because to the politician in Nigeria, their interest is their political office, not in the interest of the security of their people. Because the level of this bloodshed that is going on, have you ever seen a situation where the politicians come together, ADC, APC, PDP, to say, okay, let's come. Let's even sit with the president. And let's sit with the chief of army staff and all this. Look, we are sick and tired of this bloodshed. What can we do? No politician is interested in that. Sometimes you even see reckless statement. Like I saw a statement of Aminu Tambuwal when Americans attack his own constituency. He made a statement from here that people have to be patient. America is trying to help us. Here you are, a politician sitting in Abuja. A normal politician, when you make any statement, you should be from the ground of your constituency. So the people, something. Of course, incidentally, after some days you were there having a birthday party, and his people are being killed on a daily basis.
Right. So you think the only motivation is 2027 elections?
I think so. And also, crudely, somebody said that also these people, they are like on some cult. So that there is a requirement of number of drums of blood that should be shed every day if they will stay on power. Because I cannot understand why a human being, because even if it is animals that are killing, you should be concerned. And women will come to you, many women will come to my house. They come with their husband. They will tell you how they were raped. They will tell you 10 people raped them. You take them, we took some one time to the hospital when they were gang raped by about 10 something. The hospital said we just have to take them to BBF center because they have been torn off.
Is there a version of this that you're willing to accept? Because amnesty has been used as a tool to de-escalate situations like this. Yeah. We've used it in the Niger Delta, in Colombia it's been used. It's a widely accepted international practice where the amnesty usually comes along with disarmament. But is there a version of this that you think could be beneficial to the people of Katsina State and the Northwest as a whole?
No, amnesty, I'm sure, is not involved in this because they know it's not a serious matter as far as Katsina is concerned or Nigeria, because this is something which you can be able to sort it out and all this, but not where you bring a murderer and sit with the authority. He comes with his guns. And then I hear Katsina State government is saying, now the next process will collect their guns. You see, disarmament is a professional and international convention of how you manage it. Because if now they bring the guns, they give it to Commissioner Dukko or Governor or whoever, do they even know the gun? Do they know whether it is a correct gun or not? They must have experts whom they sit based on certain negotiation. But why somebody has slaughtered someone and then you tell him that, okay, I come as government, I have forgiven you. The crime is not done on you alone. Did you call? Because why you see they are having this kind of peace something, all the victims will be called and those who perpetrated the victim. Some of the perpetrators of the situation, you see them even crying, feeling regrettable. But yeah, people who are not interested in something. And then if the politicians are serious, how can you go and negotiate anything? Most of our village heads and district heads in Katsina State are not in their domain. So if you are not in their domain, you run because of the bandit. You come and put a supervisor or an assistant. He is directed by the bandit. And let the Katsina government tell me today how many of their commissioners, how many of the appointees at federal level, minister or whatever, who can go and spend 1 week in his town, in his birthplace?
Are you talking about most of the councils who have already negotiated peace agreements?
In their hometown. You are a district head with your revenue, but you are not living there. You don't sleep there. So how can even the people respect you? How would the bandits even accept that you are serious in that matter?
Right, okay. So, Dr. Kurfi, let's do this. In your view, who are the winners and who are the losers in this current arrangements as things stand right now?
No, we are the losers as human beings. Politicians are not interested in what happened to their people. Because now, what is it? You cannot farm. You cannot graze. You cannot go to the market. 70% of our schools are closed down. Some of the schools even are occupied by bandits. So who loses? But the wider losers are the Nigerian states. Because what is happening, killing of these people, it shows you in practical terms the totality of irresponsibility of the northern elites. Because here they are, or they come to Abuja, go to Lagos, steal money, perpetrate buildings, you see what, like Malami, 657 property. You know the craziness, what do you do is even though. So meanwhile, your people are being killed on a daily basis. So I think the southern elites, who are more serious than their counterparts, because they make industry, they make something that you have shown, I have seen your TV showing the bar charts. And I saw also Gomi was taking of master plan. I thought, you know, if you are making master plan for Almajiri, this Almajiri are in the north. So when you make the budget, you surcharge the northern states. Because why should the southern people be taking care of your own problem, which you have created? So the South elites also, they have to be a little more serious to protest. When you come and make this security budget, then the security budget, 70% go to the north because of the irresponsible nature of this thing. It's a national thing. And equally, so for somebody you pay his irresponsibility, I think it doesn't make any sense.
And on that very interesting point, Dr. Bashir Kurfi, thank you so much for joining the conversation this evening. That is all the time we have, but I get the sense that we were going to revisit this conversation in the near future. Thank you so much for the analysis.
Thank you very
I appreciate it very much for joining us this evening. And that is a wrap on tonight's edition of the program. Daily Politics returns tomorrow live at 8 p.m. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. From myself and the rest of the team, thank you for joining us. Good evening.